In the next decade, humanity could witness the birth of an entirely new kind of airport, not in the sky, but in the vastness of space. Spaceports, sprawling hubs designed to launch both passengers and cargo into orbit, are no longer a futuristic fantasy. They're being built right now. These hubs are the gateway to a new era of space tourism and global commerce. A future where breakfast in New York and dinner in Tokyo is just a suborbital flight away. But it's not just about travel. Geopolitical competition is set to unfold as nations race to secure their place in the orbital economy, reshaping the world as we know it. However, this ambition comes with immense challenges. What happens when the race to the stars collides with the pressures of global politics, economics, and complex engineering? From sustainability to debris management, the logistics of a spacefaring civilization are daunting. Yet, the momentum is unstoppable. Welcome to the age of the spaceport. The final frontier is becoming our next neighborhood. Are you ready for launch? The idea of launching from Earth into the great beyond has captured our imagination for centuries. Now, the space industry is at the edge of an extraordinary leap. Spaceports are becoming the cornerstone of a new economic frontier. They are the gateways to our off-world future, altering the balance of power on Earth. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are building the infrastructure for space tourism from the ground up, representing the next frontier of global competition. But why does it matter to you here on Earth? These gateways will reshape our daily lives, from global connectivity to entirely new career paths. New infrastructure will enable high-speed internet for every corner of the planet, bridging the digital divide and connecting us all like never before. From clean energy to off-world manufacturing, the spaceports of today are the history of tomorrow. We are becoming a truly multiplanetary species. The countdown to this new era has already begun. Join us as we explore the next frontier. I'll see you in the great beyond. Imagine a sprawling complex of gleaming metal and concrete, with towering launch pads and passenger terminals, an airport for space. These are the new spaceports, the gateways to our cosmic future. From the American Southwest to the deserts of the UAE and the coastlines of the UK, these massive projects are already taking shape. Backed by giants like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic, these billionaires are turning dreams into concrete reality. With investments reaching billions, they are building the infrastructure for a multiplanetary civilization. The future isn't coming, it's being built right now. I'm your guide to the stars. See you at the launch pad. Imagine a sprawling complex of gleaming metal and concrete, with towering launch pads and passenger terminals, an airport for space. These are the new spaceports, the gateways to our cosmic future. From the American Southwest to the deserts of the UAE and the coastlines of the UK, these massive projects are already taking shape. Backed by giants like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic, these billionaires are turning dreams into concrete reality. With investments reaching billions, they are building the infrastructure for a multiplanetary civilization. The future isn't coming, it's being built right now. I'm your guide to the stars. See you at the launch pad. The stakes of building these spaceports are far more than just technical. They are deeply political and economic. Consider this. Owning a spaceport could mean controlling a huge portion of the future space economy. Space is no longer just for governments. Corporations are staking their claim. This battle for space infrastructure is not just about space tourism. It's about global dominance in resource mining, satellite communications, and even military power. The countries and companies that get ahead in this race will have access to an entire new realm of resources, like mining asteroids for precious metals, or establishing strategic satellite networks for telecommunications, security, and defense. Spaceports could become hubs for a global economy that is only just beginning to take shape. But here's the catch. Not everyone will benefit. Some countries may find themselves left behind as the big players stake their claim. Countries without access to these spaceports may be forced to depend on others for the crucial infrastructure they need to participate. It's a game where the rules are still being written, and the cost of falling behind is steep. The race for the stars has already begun. The gateway to the stars is opening, but the cost is higher than many anticipated. Despite the promise, the journey to build these spaceports is fraught with controversy. The risks are immense, both in terms of finances and public opinion. The cost overruns are staggering. Projects of this scale often see budgets spiral out of control before the first launch. Some spaceports, like the one planned for the UK, have faced significant hurdles. They've encountered delays, ballooning budgets, and shifting timelines. For a project that's supposed to bring in huge returns from space tourism, delays can mean years of waiting. Wait times before profits roll in can stretch for years, testing the patience of investors. And with private companies involved, the pressure to deliver is high. Environmental concerns also loom large. The ecological impact is a major point of contention. The impact of launching rockets and building these massive spaceports on local ecosystems can't be understated. SpaceX's Starbase, for example, has faced criticism over its environmental footprint in Boca Chica. Rockets leave a massive carbon footprint, affecting the air and the climate. The construction of these megastructures can disturb fragile ecosystems in remote areas. Balancing progress with conservation remains one of the most difficult challenges. The geopolitical tension surrounding these projects cannot be ignored either. As spaceports multiply, so too does the question of who controls space. Rival nations and corporations could end up vying for control over these hubs. These locations will become the centers of future commerce and exploration. The risk of escalation is high, with the potential for conflict over access and resources. Technology and dominance in orbit are now tied to the ground below. Space has always been a site of international competition. Now, that competition is moving down to Earth. As we build the infrastructure of tomorrow, we must address the conflicts of today. Navigating these earthly risks is the only way to truly secure our place in the stars. If the spaceports succeed, the world will never be the same. This isn't just about rockets. It's about a fundamental shift in our civilization. We are standing on the precipice of a revolution that mirrors the birth of commercial aviation exactly a century ago. Space travel could become as routine as flying between major cities. The implications for our daily lives are staggering. Imagine a world where Sydney to London is just an hour away, achieved by skipping through the very edge of space. Humanity could become a multiplanetary species, with the Moon becoming our first permanent outpost beyond Earth. Mars will transform from a distant, cold planet into a new frontier for scientific discovery and eventual habitation. The economic opportunities would be truly limitless, opening up resources that were previously beyond our reach. From asteroid mining of rare earth minerals to the establishment of the first truly interstellar trade routes, trillions of dollars in revenue will flow through these new networks, enriching those who control the infrastructure. A thriving space economy could change the entire global financial landscape as we know it today. New industries would emerge, specializing in everything from zero-gravity medicine to orbital construction. Entire supply chains would be built from the ground up, creating a seamless bridge between Earth and orbit. Spaceports will become the new maritime hubs, the essential gateways for people and resources from across the globe. And the geopolitical power shifts? Nations with established spaceports will wield unprecedented global influence. This new era will define a new hierarchy of power, based on who can access the resources of the solar system. Those that miss this opportunity could find themselves left behind in an increasingly off-planet world. We are not just talking about technology. We are talking about the next stage in the evolution of our civilization. The spaceport revolution can even help us save our home planet by moving heavy industry into the vacuum of space. Imagine an Earth returned to its natural beauty, while our industrial needs are met by the stars. The true limit of this revolution is only our imagination and our willingness to explore the unknown. Our understanding of physics and the cosmos will grow exponentially as we move our laboratories into orbit. Spaceports can become symbols of unity, where nations work together for the advancement of all humanity. Every launch is a step toward a future where the stars are no longer a dream, but a destination. We are building this legacy for the next generation, inspiring them to dream bigger than we ever dared. The spaceport is not just a gateway to the stars, it is the gateway to the next chapter of human history. The future is calling. Will we answer? The spaceport revolution is just beginning. The spaceports of tomorrow will determine whether humanity takes its place among the stars or stays grounded forever. But in this race, there are no guarantees. For all the technological marvels, the future of space is still in the balance. One thing is certain, though. The stakes have never been higher. As the world reaches for the stars, we must ask, Who will own the heavens? The monopoly of nations has ended. Private enterprise and global powers are now the primary engines of orbital access. From reusability to orbital manufacturing, the technology driving this race is evolving at an unprecedented pace. The moon is no longer a destination. It's a stepping stone, a gateway to the rest of our solar system. We are a species of explorers. The spaceports we build today will carry us to worlds we once only dreamed of. The stars are waiting. Humanity's next chapter begins at the launch pad.